Hey guys, Dark Skeleton here, and today we're taking a look at the new Shaman card, Crackle. This 2-mana spell is essentially an upgraded version of Lightning Bolt. Instead of dealing 3 damage for 1 mana plus an overload, it does 3 to 6 damage for 2 mana plus 1 overload. Now Lightning Bolt as a card has always been pretty good because you could deal 3 damage consistently and frequently boost that up with spell damage, plus you could use it as a finisher in some cases as well. Crackle fits a similar niche, having the potential to go up to a maximum of 6 damage, which is actually very powerful for 2 mana, but has the problem of RNG randomness. If you use this as direct removal, it has the potential to take out something big like a Sylvanas Windrunner. The problem with Crackle is that you don't generally have that guarantee that you'll kill the minion. If you want to guarantee the kill, you have to be playing it for its minimum amount of damage, and at that point you might as well just be running Lightning Bolt instead. If this card rolls high as removal, you'll be having a good day because you'll have taken out something big for cheap. Likewise, if you roll low as removal, then you're going to be very sad, and you might even have to spend another spell just to take the guy out. But you don't necessarily have to use it as removal. Remember, you can deal the 3 to 6 damage to the enemy hero as well. This spell's base damage comes out to an average of 4.5, which is actually crazy for 2 mana. You could compare it to Kill Command, which is a very good hunter finisher that, when you have a beast on the field, does 5 damage. But then if you also account for the fact that Shamans tend to have some spell damage on the field, like a Wrath of Air Totem or an Azure Drake, then you can probably pump out some real damage by using 1 or 2 of these on your opponent. Personally, I think it might be a mistake to take it just for the pure removal potential, because you don't really want a ton of RNG in something like a control deck, because things could go very wrong if Crackle doesn't work. But if you're also playing it as a finisher, then missing 1 or 2 damage against the enemy hero might delay the game a turn, but it's not as bad as completely missing a kill on a minion. Now I could definitely see this card being run in many Shaman decks, but I think it'll be most effective and coolest in something like a very aggressive deck. They've been adding a couple new decent Wind Fury creatures like the Whirling Zappermatic to Shaman this expansion, so I think we might be seeing some real aggressive Shaman decks come into fruition. But even before Goblins vs Gnomes, a couple people were trying to run something like a Lava Burst deck, where you get your opponent low enough and you can either use Lava Burst as removal, or you can use it as an excellent finisher if you have spell damage. So we might be seeing people run an aggressive Wind Fury deck, kind of like the Enhancement Shaman out of WoW, or we might be seeing people try to run a lot of offensive spells and burst your opponent with spells, such as an Elemental Shaman. There could also be some kind of cool middle ground where you want to run both spells and some nice Wind Fury creatures that all have a lot of potential to take your opponent out. As far as Arena goes, I think this card will be above average because it has enough damage to typically take out any 3-drop, a lot of 4-drops, and even some 5-drops. Would you personally stick with the more consistent lower mana Lightning Bolt, or do you think Crackle is a good replacement for Lightning Bolt and you prefer Crackle in your decks? I've been Dark Skeleton. If you enjoy my videos, please consider donating to my Patreon, link is in the description, and thank you all very much for watching.